everyone, even though we're all at home, we're working together as hard as we can to make this year a really, really special year for Warframe, and we hope that you love what we do. So for spring 2021, Railjack 3.0 is going to be basically the next update on PC. We're looking to get it out in spring. It's going to have Corpus Railjack content. The Command Intrinsic is coming. It's going to have full Railjack 3.0 with a dev workshop to come, and it's going to come out on PC first. Then, later in spring 2021, Update 30 Call of the Tempestari is coming. This is going to have the Warframe quest with Sevagoth, Zephyr Deluxe, and we're aiming to simultaneously release this quest and update on all platforms. And what you can expect from that workshop is basically what we're looking to solve.
Part of the Railjack stuff that we're working on currently is a lot of changes to the core of Railjack, which includes reset of the intrinsic what you get. So rejigging / removing / adding of stuff. And then we're also allowing you to respec as part of it. So you'll be able to get your intrinsics back and respend them.
The host's Railjack determines too much, so we're going to be introducing something called a harness to unify.
The harness is basically, the Railjack was all on the Railjack, so all the avionics and all of the upgrades were living on your host's Railjack. So you're kind of tied to whatever the host brought to the table, which was not very fun. So now we're moving as much as we can possibly stand to kind of a personal level. So all of the avionics are moving onto your person or your Warframe, allowing you to bring your own progression to everyone's Railjack. If you go onto someone else's Railjack, then you still take those with you. The equipment is left on the Railjack side and the customization. So there is some progression on if you own a Railjack, but all the avionics and all the battle avionics and tactical avionics have been moved to personal harness level, I guess we're calling it.
A lot of this experience is going to be about playing core Warframe, about going on your ship for an amount of time, but then you're getting to the new mission types that you get to play. So the amount of rewards that are kind of cycling into this are pretty exciting, actually.
You'll also see that the Railjack interior itself is a bit overly large and not streamlined for the pace of Warframe play, so we are renovating the interior.
If you're a player who maybe bounced off Railjack because of the grind, this is going to be for you. If you are a player that's worried that all we're doing is Railjack stuff, well, of course, the answer is we have a Railjack update that we're delivering to you, and we're making these changes so that that update is even better rather than canning it or something like that, something terrible like that.
Another way to get arcanes is coming back within the Orphix mission type. So Orphix will be back. Not only are you on your Railjack, you also have your Warframe and, of course, your mechs. So we're unifying this whole world of Railjack, mechs, and core reward loops like the arcanes.
All the systems are there, but they've been kind of reworked, I think, as an improvement.
This is just like a note of things we're thinking about. The full workshop with all the details on what is the harness, what's happening to your avionics, will all come out on March 8th.
Yeah, so if you're a console player, you'll be able to, you might see those, design changes come earlier to Railjack, but you won't have to avoid the forums for story spoilers because we're going to sim ship that. For a certain audience, you really are desperate to see the story of the game advance, and that's what Call of Tempestari is going to be doing.
We are looking at potentially resurrecting Trials with the third orb and making the third orb into a Trials. So that's in progress as on paper. So that is something that we're definitely looking at and definitely something we want to bring back to the game.
Can't believe that.
Like a table saw.
But
It's like a nightmare scenario right there.
Where's the riding animation? There
it is. There you have it. Guns versus melee.
Yeah, Joe, who worked on these systems, took that to heart a lot and has been spending a lot of time making changes without necessarily directly nerfing melee, but looking at mods that can be added to the primary and secondary system that will bring those up to the level of melee, but maybe dropping melee in a not necessarily a power, but a functional way as well. But we're looking at to do it in a way that just basically brings the danger back to the game versus it removes all of the power fantasy that we want. And then bringing up the guns to follow. I really, really want people to understand that we're really, really trying hard not to just take a nerf to melee. The really, really easy path to this is to just nerf melee. That's not what we're doing. We're looking at things to lower it a little bit and bring the guns up. So we're raising the power of the guns is 90% of the fix that we're looking at.
Yeah. One thing we didn't do with Sevagoth last stream, much to my embarrassment, was actually show Sevagoth in the arsenal. And the reason this is important is, not only for fashion frame, but also, upgrading. When you're upgrading a Warframe, you're putting on your mods, survivability, range, whatever you choose for such a, build you're going for. But one thing that's coming with Sevagoth, Scott, which you've managed to double the exalted nature. Are you curling up into a ball right now? You can mod Sevagoth's shadow independently. So when you go into Sevagoth's shadow form, you are essentially able to provide a whole second series of upgrades to Sevagoth's shadow. Right. We did promise a little bit of Zephyr Deluxe in game. So very, very cool. You got Zephyr on the leg, head in the clouds on the arms. We got some Zephyr action coming. And again,
and that's all the colors that come with a set of crayons when you go to.
Hey.
And Jeremy made the car paint shader. I don't know if you can you free cam again? I don't know if you can check out the legs, like the thighs, especially.
Car paint. Oh yeah, okay.
Oh, that's so cool. It's okay.
So we'll probably see this on a lot of Warframes.
Car paint shader coming 2021.
Yeah, and nice. The operator is in the works right now.
So TLDR, melee is going to be horribly nerfed, but you'll be able to have a unicycle.
That is not the TLDR. I'm sorry.
Is it not?
Steve Sinclair.
Where's he going?
I need hazard pay at this point from these, but don't do these things. This is bad because people will quote you.